Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
This is it, folks. We're here. We're queer. Next time you see me, it'll be two gay dads.
That's crazy. I mean, this is it. I mean, this is going to come out in 6 months. I know,
That's
we're
true.
behind. Fuck off. What do you want me to do? If we missed an episode, you'd all throw cum in our hair.
Yeah.
This is, there goes the YouTube ad money.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
Happy sync.
7
Okay.
seconds. No, that was within 7
6.
seconds for sure. 7 seconds is longer than you think.
Intro.
The intro counts?
All right.
All right.
We're back.
Cum in my mouth, throw it in my hair.
Yeah.
Multiple MIGs. So
That's how I got pregnant.
this is the we're recording. You're having the baby, planned C-section in 2 days. 48 hours from now.
Yes. Oh, this is my last hurrah.
This is it.
Oh, God.
That's insane. Next time
all
we
over.
come here, we'll have to pause because there'll be a crying baby.
Woo.
Upstairs.
I'll have a Haitian lady beating it or something.
I
That might have been a samurai.
don't know what that was.
Either
but,
way.
I've never been to Haiti. Will Sylvince is from there, sort of, not really.
Hopefully never. If you're in Haiti, something's wrong.
Yeah, I guess hotter than Haiti. I guess maybe you could be recruiting like an athlete of some sort, but they don't really have Haitian baseball players, I don't think. Maybe there's a couple.
No, I don't know what sport they play. Rugby or chop the head off the lady?
Haiti. I don't know. Are they pirates? What's going on
Yeah,
in Haiti?
no, Somalia.
That's a whole different continent.
I'm the Haitian now. But yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I'm sure we're locked and loaded for the Rugrat. We gotta,
We got a few,
Take
we got
some time.
a few locked and loaded. And now the studio is in your house. So you can just come right downstairs and
That's
shoot a pod and get out of there. And my God, I took the subway here. Woo, this kid's a goner. I mean, this is, I don't know what to tell you, folks.
He's going to be streetwise, tough. He's going to be fast talking.
No,
Cool
he's going to
cat.
be like Sagalo. He's going to have a big gold chain and his pants hang. He's going to be like, yo, daddy, what's up, baby, player?
Oh, I'll kill him. I'll put him down. I can't handle that. That kid will be locked in the basement, chained to a radiator.
Yeah, it's Kook Town out there. I was just at the Starbucks. The guy was like, "Yo, what's this? What's this right here? That cake? That's cake pop? All cake?" And the guy's like, "Yes, sir. It's a cake pop."
These Hasidic Jews. It's a problem.
I know. I sound horrible. That was what he sounded like. What do you want from me?
That's true. Sometimes the impression is just accurate. It's not racist.
Too hot in the hot tub. Well, anyways, how you feeling? How you doing? How you living?
I'm actually, I've processed it. And what are you going to do? It's coming anyway. So I'm not going to sit here and just go, oh, white guy. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my God, it's happening, because it's happening anyway. So I'm just taking it.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I mean, nothing. It's like everything. Nothing's happening right now.
Exactly.
You're just sitting here.
So why scramble? I'd like the guy on the execution line with the blindfold and the cigarette. I'm not going, he's going to shoot me. I'm just like, here it comes. Put one in my head.
Right. Even when and then you go there, and it's only the moment where you put on you put on the hairnet and the shoe net and the thing and the swampy thing and the other business, and
Like
then
Matt Damon in The Departed.
exactly, and then you're like, all right, guess I'm a dad now. And then they go, oh, Mr. Norman, we're ready for you, you piece of shit. And then you go, okay, and you come in, and she's like, ooh,
Right.
and then you're like, all right, this is it.
That's what I hear. Every comic says, you're not a sociopath, right? Because everyone's like, when you see it, you magically fall in love, and you kiss it, and you hug it, and you take your shirt off like Burt Kreischer, and you put it on your tits. And I go, oh, great. And then like 8 comics pull me aside. They're like, you're not going to feel much when you see it. It happens later.
Well, Viter, my buddy, my pal, the love of my life. I just saw him the other day for the first time in 6 months.
Well, he's got 9 kids. He's like Elon Musk or Nick Cannon.
And he lives out in Ramsey, New Jersey.
Woo!
Which I've never even heard. You can't even find it on the map. It's like 4 hours away.
Gordon
you know what I like about
Ramsay.
Viter? He's not one of these guys that goes, you gotta, and I'm not gonna name names, but people will figure it out. You gotta move 9 hours away.
know.
This is the best way to do it. All I need to do is drive for 4.5 hours, sit in traffic, go over the bridge, pay a fee, and I'm home.
Yeah.
He's like this. It's fucking horrible. He's
It's
like,
horrible.
It's like a 45-minute drive. I
Yep.
hate it. I got to find parking, but his in-laws are there. So
Oh.
God bless him for that.
You got to get out.
But he was like, you don't feel like you're the dad until he's like 9 months old. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And then I'm like,
9
what are
months.
you? I'm like, what are you, a psychotic fucking maniac?
Yeah.
I was like, I was pretty emotional right away, and you feel sweet. And then they just quiet, whatever. But I'm like, 9 months. I'm like, that's like wild. You should be attached to your baby before 9 months.
9 months is insane. Well, his lady does a lot of stuff, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever met his second kid. He's on the road with Sam, but he is fucking hilarious. I watched him at
He's great.
formerly stand up in New York, now in New York. I think it was your show, which they all thought you were there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good communication skills. Might want to work on that.
I didn't say anything.
They're like, exactly. They're all like, Norman's next. And I'm like, Norman's in Austin. They're like, no, he's next. I'm like, he's in Texas.
I told him. That's on them. I told him I'm not going to be there. I wasn't on the flyer.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? There was a lady in a comedy shirt. She's like, he's not here. I'm like, I'm sorry.
We got to get a cutout. Can you just carry a cutout that's foldable? You can just whip it out of your back pocket or blow up a... and then I just form, and it goes, comedy.
Yeah, and then it goes,
Perfect.
oh, that tickled.
Uh-oh. I've heard that before.
You ever have your lips tickle and then it lingers?
It lingers.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with it.
And you have to let it linger.
What was I talking about? Oh, Veter just
Veter.
had killer stuff. I mean, his
funny.
jokes are fucking gold.
Pitch perfect, not a wasted word. Also, what's great about Veter, he never really complains. Like,
No.
you never hear Veter like, fucking this, Kathy Hochul, this subway system, whatever. And then you never hear, anytime you zing him, he laughs. It could be a weak zinger, a mean zinger, anything you go, hey, well, you're ugly. And he's like, ah!
Right.
He loves a zinger about him.
He's a big laugher, big laffy taffy.
Yes.
I still remember my all-time classic in Vancouver when we sat at the steakhouse and the song I Want Candy was playing, and I said, that's Veter's order. Killed Jerry.
Still hits. Still holds up.
That was big.
Candy.
No, he's great, but he'll
joke.
complain, but he doesn't complain like I just did about a certain somebody where I'm like, this motherfucker, fuck him.
Right.
He's like this. I don't even get it. It's crazy.
But
I don't know how these people vote for this guy. He's a fun, silly
Right.
boy. He's just a good vibes, that guy.
Well, he has 3 children. He never mentions them. You come in, you're like, I haven't slept in a week. My kid's fat. I'm gay. He's like, who?
Well, I
What
think we
kids?
might have different approaches to our parenting. He
That's
lives
true.
with his in-laws. He's got 14 people. I'm not kidding. I don't think he's picked up his kid. He's got his wife lives at home. She doesn't do shit. He's got in-laws over there. He's on the road more than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, well, there is a type of wife, and my friend has this, and she's like, get out. Get out of the house. Let me do it. You're going to fuck it up. You're going to drop him in a tub with a toaster or put him in the oven. Let me do it. And he just goes, okay, and he goes to the strip club.
Right. I also think maybe because you don't have a kid yet, because every time I talk to him, he's like, it's brutal. Wait till he's 4. He comes in my bed. He kicks me in the dick. He's like, they keep getting stronger. Like,
Right.
that's all we talked. He talked for about 30 minutes straight about like, I don't know how we're
Okay.
going to do it. This is wild. It's crazy.
Well, then he's a good friend because I didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I think he doesn't like you. But,
Well, it's like that Dumb and Dumber joke where she's like, yeah, a lot of stuff happened. I don't want to bore you with the details. And he goes, thanks.
thank you.
I love that joke.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber is a hell of a film. I got furious with Ronan Hirschberg. Let's all just shit on all our friends here while we're here.
Bring it on. We haven't hit 5'6" yet, by the way.
What's 5'6"?
All the heights of the guys we're shitting on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, good point. Well, so Ronan, the Farrelly brothers just reminded me. We were talking about this movie, Honora. Have you watched this film?
I keep hearing about it. I have not seen it.
Well, I just
What'd you
didn't
think?
like it very much. I thought it was
Really?
okay. Yeah, it
It's
was
like
annoying.
Picture of the year, everybody's saying.
I know, but it's just fucking annoying. Annoying, or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Something clever and funny. But it gets like comedic and silly. And I was like, it wasn't hitting. Nothing was funny to me. It was just annoying. And he goes, well, it's not the Farrelly brothers. And I got furious because I'm like, you're doing a purposefully shitty thing. I know that it's not the Farrelly brothers, but the Coen brothers are doing dramas that are hilarious. Or Paul Thomas Anderson,
Good point.
Hilarious. They're not the Farrelly brothers, but the movie's
Tarantino.
hilarious. Tarantino, exactly. Fucking Tarantino, Scorsese, another one.
Yes, yes.
Wolf of Wall Street's not the Farrelly brothers, but it's a fucking hilarious film.
There's midget tossing. for
Exactly.
Christ's sake.
So I'm like, fuck you, fuck your family. I don't know what this had to do with anything. Oh, check out his new podcast. Your favorite movie sucks.
Yeah, so does his podcast, apparently. It's got horrible reviews. Everything sucks. He hates everything, but I do hate that argument. It's like when they do this one, they go, well, I'm not a rocket scientist. Yeah, I know. I asked you to install a shelf.
Right.
That has nothing to do with rocket science, and a rocket scientist might not be able to install a shelf. So don't give me the rocket science.
Exactly. I don't even care about rocket science. How hard is rocket science? You put
Elon
a flame
Musk.
at the bottom of a dick and it shoots in the air.
That's true. You light a fuse. Wile E. Coyote did it.
How about this guy? Too. This is another guy I won't name names. But these people you go, hey, what time's the show, Friday? Hey, I'm not your agent. Yeah, but you're my friend and you have the information I'm looking for.
Exactly.
I have this all the time. People Google it. I'm like, but you're my Google.
you know.
You know the information.
You know the answer.
Just text me 3 words. What
Yeah.
time's the thing?
I hate that.
Look it up. Well, I'm looking it up. I'm asking my dear
asking you.
friend, what time are you going to the thing?
Right. Oh,
How hard is that?
Hate that. I'm not your agent. That's brutal.
I used to get that all the time from a certain somebody, but I love them still.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do love him.
Oh, I love them.
All right.
Maybe we're talking about different guys.
Maybe. Fat guy?
No.
Oh, all right.
Fit guy.
Oh, then I definitely don't know.
No.
All
Oh,
right.
I got an itch right here. Doesn't it suck when you have an itch here? Because it looks like you're itching your asshole. I just want to like, this
Yeah.
is my asshole. It's my hamstring.
Looks like you're playing a hell of a bass there. Quite the axe.
All
Yeah.
right, let's get into it. You just got back from Tejas. I mean, where
Well,
else were you? What the fuck?
I'm ready to eat, by the way. First
Want to
of
eat some
all.
famous Amos? I'll eat some famous
We'll
Amos.
get some later. Yeah, I don't want to crunch on the mic, but this is very exciting.
Ironically, on the episode of Ronan's podcast, I ate a bag of famous Amos. I said I'm sabotaging your stupid podcast.
There you go.
To take off of our podcast.
I've got a famous anus. If you ask my
Oh, it's famous.
my Cub Scout troop. Yeah, all right. I've been everywhere. I've been all over. First off, did Phoenix,
Oh, great city.
great comedy town. Let me throw this at you with Phoenix.
Okay.
I got 2 nights in Phoenix. The Friday 2 show, Saturday 2 show.
Beautiful.
No
In and out.
Thursday, no sun.
Love it.
Love it. So I go, all right, we're in Phoenix. First show down, great. Waiting for the second show. I get a, uh-oh, who's this? Hey, man, Sal Vulcano of Impractical Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in town
This is blowing my mind.
with Big J, Jay Larson, Rick Glassman. You're at the Stand Up Live, and Jared Freed is at the other one, the
What?
Copper Blues.
What?
So I go, ooh, that was cute.
Cutie.
So I go, holy shit, what are you guys up to? And he goes, we only have one show, it's Celebrity Theater in the round. He's doing very well.
Oh, that's that spot.
Yeah.
The famous place.
So he goes, I'm going to rent out the ballroom in my hotel. He's in some swanky joint. You know, he's a joker. And he goes, getting a couple of bottles of booze, some food, come on by. And I go, I'm in, fatty.
Wow.
Something great about comics in another city.
Oh, it's the best.
It's a special thing.
Well, you're away from your wives, your family, the home. You got that feeling of like we're getting away with something. It's like a field trip.
Yes, it's summer camp.
What I'm blown away by is last time I was in Phoenix, I was with Sal Vulcano. Not last time. The first time I was there. I opened for him one weekend ever.
Oh, wow.
He never used me again.
Yeah, I heard about that one. That was tough.
Well, whatever. So what were all those people doing? They were all working with him?
He was doing the Celebrity Theater with Jay Larson opening. Big J was at a something or other, or some kind of big event.
Big J Larson.
And then Jared Freed was at the other club, Desert Ridge.
Right.
Rick Glassman was displaced from the fires.
Wow.
So he's like, I'm going to Phoenix. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
No shit.
Yeah. And he said, can I do a guest set? And I said, text Sal. So he did one of the Celebrity Theater. I was like, that's better. And get it off me.
That's really smart.
Thank you.
You don't want to be friends with me. You want to be friends with Sal.
Yeah, he's in the round. I'm gay.
Exactly.
So we all hung out. It was great. I brought my openers. They were like, whoa, how cool is this? I had Dayton Bissette's fat ass.
Oh,
and,
he's blown away by anything. That
he
fucking
is.
retard. He's like a little farm boy virgin.
yeah, he's a Make-A-Wish from Oklahoma. Everything you take him to, he's blown away. He's like a special needs boy.
He's got like a mesh hat that's on like this. He's got like
Yes.
straw coming out of his mouth, and his asshole's smooth and beautiful.
I was telling him, I was like, you got to meet Tim Dillon. He would eat you with a spoon.
Oh,
You're
my.
a snack. You'd be opening for 20 years with that guy.
That's a great point. I mean, he'd just have to suck him off every couple days.
It's better than doing mics in the city.
Absolutely. Great guy.
Tim's. Yeah, so we had a good time. Corbin Lee Master, he was also there. He killed. He was featuring. And we just had a good run, and we did it up. And what a weekend. We added the show Saturday at 4 p.m.
Oh, I love it. 4 p.m. That's my dream ever
Love
all
it.
time is not to add a show at 4 p.m., but just to have a show at 4 p.m.
Yes.
I've said this many times, I want a show at 4 p.m. It ends, I go straight to the hockey game or the basketball game or the gangbang, whatever it
Yes.
is. I just want to be done at 5, which, by the way, the Fat Black has allowed me to do it.
Oh, I love it. That's when I have this Rugrat. I'm putting that thing to bed. I'm closing the door, locking it, and going to the Fat Black and then coming back.
It's the best feeling in the world. I know I'm a little worried about it because you're going to start getting all these, you're going to be home all the time. I've been scoring all these Fat Blacks because you're out riding fences.
Fat Black.
Fat
but,
Black.
Well, you can't do every night.
I can do some.
You do Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll do Thursday, Friday.
Maybe we'll do some splitsies.
Ooh,
My two dads.
I like it.
That's pretty
I like
good.
it. Yes, 2 girls, 1 show. So we have a great night, and then we had this one. Now let me feel this out. So
All right.
Sal had 1 show, so he's kind of giving me like the hey, not depressed, but where are you? You know,
You're
like
doing a spot? Or
I'm
you going to the
doing
hang?
2 shows,
Right.
But I want to go to the hang. But he's a dad. Jay Larson's a dad. Big Jay's fat. You know, they all don't want to stay out all night.
Right.
So
Jay's a dad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
2 dads or 2 kids,
No.
right?
One's a secret if there's a second one.
Uh-oh. Maybe
No,
one's...
he's got 1 kid. He's got what's-her-toes. She's like 20 years old now.
You're right. Destiny or
No,
Champagne?
it's,
What's her name?
Carmen. It's like something like that. Starts with a C.
Carmax, Carmichael,
Cynthia.
Carmax,
Fucking Carmela.
Soprano. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Well, they're, it's already like 11:30, 12 o'clock. So like, hey, how you looking? And I go, I'm jumping an Uber right now. Get the Uber. Always a bad sign. It's a joke. I go, uh-oh, here's our Uber. And it's a fat black lady. I'm making a joke. And my friend goes, female driver. Brep, 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 brep. And then it all came true. Said she'd be there in 3 minutes. Showed up at 9. We get in the car. I look at I'm all ETA in an Uber. That's all I stare at is that fucking phone ETA.
of course.
How much more small talk? Oh, 8 more minutes. All right, 5 more minutes. Here we go. By the way, the Uber, they always do the venting. You know, in Uber, you get in an Uber and they're like, we're going to chat. Oh, jeez. Get out of here.
These guys are, you got to get window shades.
I
These
got to
guys
get
recognize
shades.
You.
I know. Now he knows where I live.
Those are fans that now are aware of your home.
That's bad. We'll tell him Chuck lives here, and then...
Oh, no.
I thought that one plant would do it.
You got to get some shades.
Yeah, that
This
was
is crazy.
bad.
We're filming a TV show.
Yeah.
Like if you were walking up the street and Tom Hanks and Robin Wright Penn were fucking on a couch. Similar to that.
Yeah, maybe a little worse. But, well, today's show has people.
That's true, but it's a studio. It's not their home. Fucking Bob Barker doesn't live at Price is Right.
That's a shame. I thought he did. I thought he fucked those ladies at night and took care of the pets.
Well, he neuters his tits or something.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was bad. We got this one.
I know.
It was like a high mom.
One in each window.
How much is that podcaster? All right. Well, shit. So, yeah, okay, we get in the Uber, and the Uber always vents, because you think like, oh, this guy's been alone all day, he'll want to hear from you, but they just want to talk.
They're sociopaths.
Yes!
I just had a guy like this the other day. He was going on about superheroes, and it was insane. I couldn't even understand. He was Spanish. He was like, "You see a superhero?" And you know when you can't understand a guy, so you're like, "I don't know," and he's like, "You don't know superhero?" And I'm like, "Oh, superhero. Yeah, I know superhero."
Right.
Ugh.
Well, how about this for an idea? Uber therapy. Has this been done?
I'm listening.
Okay,
well, there's
okay.
Taxi Cab Confessions.
Well, you're going to therapy once a week anyway, whatever, twice a week. Uber, to get to JFK is an hour. You're paying the guy anyway. Why not pay a little bit more, have a therapist drive an Uber, and then you could do your therapy in the car?
I like it. I mean, you're taking multiple needs and shoving them into one. It's smart.
Aha!
I think it's smart. I mean, you got to get, then it's hard to find a qualified therapist as it is. You got to get one that can drive. I mean, Alan, I wouldn't want driving me around. The guy's a fucking Manhattan guy.
That's true. But I mean, most people can drive. Chuck can drive. Well, that's true. We saw the
But
video.
you can't do therapy.
I know, but I'm saying a therapist is rare. But a therapist who drive, I bet 98% of therapists drive.
That's true. I'm in a little bubble here in New York.
True.
And, yeah. I think it could work.
I don't know. You're already a therapist. You can already drive. Put the fucking things together. Now we don't have to go to therapy anymore. You're going to be in the car anyway. Zip, zam, zoom.
Do you have a title in mind?
Ooh.
'Cause I got emotional lift.
Ooh.
that something?
I like it.
I'm gonna get an emotional lift. You get in the car and
I
he goes,
love it.
"Hey, you're doing great. Be kind to yourself."
I got the slug line. That's the title. Here's the blurb. Need a pick-me-up?
Hey,
Okay.
there it is. But that sounds a little drug.
Yeah, it sounds like coffee.
Pick me up sounds like a
meth.
Coke Uber, which is also a good idea.
Yeah,
An Uber,
drug
they give you
dealing
a little
Uber.
Coke.
It's like that Hedberg joke. FedEx driver's a drug dealer, doesn't even know it.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
He's good.
He had something.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he had an addiction. So Uber therapy, emotional lift. That's not bad. We'll put a pin in it, as they say. We get to the Uber, and I'm looking at the clock, and it's like 11 minutes away. I'm like, all right, we got 11 more minutes. We can do it. Sal's like, hey, how you looking? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, 11 minutes away. And then we get the chatting. She's going on about her life. She's a black lesbian with short hair, and she's telling me how hard it is to be a lesbian and how no one understands her and how she had to move out of L.A. because she couldn't find anyone she liked and all this. And I look back at the ETA, 13 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I go, it looks like we're going the wrong way. And she goes, oh, don't worry. Who? You got somewhere to be?
Oh,
Like,
God.
yes, I got an Uber.
I'm paying you to take me somewhere I need to be.
Yes, exactly. So I was like, oh, we're kind of in a rush here. And she's like, oh, you're in a rush. Now she's giving me shit about being in a rush.
Oh.
I mean, it was the worst Uber driver of all time. And I was fuming in the back.
Hate the fumes. I mean, so did she end up?
We got
Get you
there.
there?
It was a 14-minute drive originally. I think we got there in like a half hour.
Oh,
So it doubled, or maybe 25 minutes. But yeah, brutal. And you want to go, this is why you left L.A. You stink.
Right. Everyone hates you in L.A.
Yes.
You're a shitty Uber driver, chit-chat, Kathy
Yes.
fuck.
And
And
you
maybe
hate-
get fit also. How about that?
Yeah, you don't want to mansplain. Now you're in the back. She's already talking about how hard it is in her life. And now I'm the white guy, like, I'm watching the GPS, and it's like a blue line straight forward, and then she'll just take a right. I'm like, I want to go, why'd you take a right?
Right.
You know, but you don't want to push, and you don't want to be a backseat anal.
No, it's hard. It's hard to be white. We just had this today. We were at the Wonder, the playground you went to and jumped in the ball pit.
Beautiful
there.
place. Great ball pit.
I was telling Casey Balsham the story. She's like, he jumped in the ball pit? And I was like, well, he's a little unusual.
Casey Ball Pit.
But but we had this, and I'm kidding. It's hard to be white. We're the worst, and it's difficult. Or not hard to be white. It's easy. We breeze through, whatever the fuck.
It's
whatever
hard
you
in this-
want to hear.
Hard in this neighborhood.
So, my God, I'm taking an Uber out of here. The sun will be down.
Come
I'm like, it's
on!
like the Lopper. It's crazy.
sorry.
Anyways, so what was I about to say? Oh, so
The
today
ball
we're at the
pit.
place. We're not the ball pit today. We were in the bouncy castle.
Ooh-wee.
And there's all kinds of rules. Adults can't be in the bouncy castle. There's
Good to
a
know.
designated area for food.
Got
We
it.
go over there, and these ladies are Asian. Nice ladies. I see them. I think they're grandparents or nannies. I'm not sure which. But they're sitting in the bouncy castle. 2 adults with 2 kids just sitting in there. Not like, what? See, when I go, my baby's little. He could fall out of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So I sit in the entrance, but I it's like, billiards. I keep 1 foot flat on the outside to establish myself as I'm outside.
Got
You know what I
it.
mean? So I'm kind of leaning in. Hey, watch out for that. And here's a ball.
You got
It's
like a knee in there?
I got like a knee, like
Yeah.
a half a butt, because I got to monitor this kid. He's
Sure.
little. He's not 4.
Well, these people aren't doing. I've been there. They're all on their phones, wearing masks and playing Angry Birds.
It's goofball city. So I got the flat foot. These 2 are just fully in there, Indian style, just sitting like this, playing music on their phone. And then they're feeding the kids. They're eating food in the bouncy castle with music playing and
What?
sitting inside. And it's hard not to wonder. I'm like, the wonder. It's hard not to wonder. I'm like, if Sarah and I did this, I think they would come over and be like, hey, can you? Because one time you're supposed to have socks. The baby's sock comes up. They take their socks off. They hate socks, these children. So the lady came over. She's like, I'm sorry, but you got to put his sock on. It's the rules.
Whoa.
Sock. His sock came off, which everyone's socks come off. Every kid just pulls their socks off. And I'm reprimanded.
Wow.
These two are sitting inside the thing. No adults allowed. Playing music. You can't play your own music.
Yeah.
Eating in a fucking shared bouncy space.
First of all, eating in there is horrific. It's just nothing but kid shit, feet, and spit and semen all over, bouncing around, getting mixed together. It's a petri dish, Jerry.
Exactly.
And then they're going to eat there, so now he can't bounce.
Also, you're going to choke and die. You're like in a bouncy castle with bananas in your mouth.
Is the kid hopping with the food?
Oh, he's bouncing. He's rolling around.
Wow.
And, you know, the kids are sweet. They don't know. I was goofing around with them being sweet. And I'm not furious about it. I'm just kind of like, whatever. It's more like, that's insane.
That's insane.
But you do sometimes wonder if the young white whippersnapper Gen Z kids are just like, we can't say anything to them. They're minorities.
Do minorities know about that? Do they know about the...
Well, some do. We talked to some comics that are like, it's hilarious. We get away with anything.
Right. That's fine. That's all I need is the acknowledgement, just to know I'm not fucking crazy.
Right.
So, yeah, like any black guy pulls out a cell phone and I'm like, take my house, take my wife, please. Because you don't want to be that guy on the film, the footage.
I would love to take my wife. I'll pay a guy. Good.
Oh, yeah, film that. You take the phone and film that.
Send it to me. I'll put it in my hidden folder. It'll be our little secret. The three of us, no one will know.
Exactly.
But I was like, can somebody come over here? We got reprimanded for one sock off, a 1-year-old.
Wow.
These folks are playing music, sitting inside, eating food.
That sucks.
I was like, come on.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, can you bounce around the food eating people?
Yeah, they were bouncing. They were just like, they'd hand him the food and he would keep bouncing around.
Oh, wow. Interesting. But they're in there. They're not supposed to be in there.
They're not supposed to be in there.
How about that?
I mean, any idiot would know the adults aren't supposed to be playing on the equipment.
That's great. I don't know who would do that. A psychopath.
Oh, there's the photo. Did you get the photo, Chuck? The Stamos?
No.
That's it.
Oh yeah, I can get it later. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
perfect. There you go. Oh, it's a mail.
Oh, mailman. Hey, come on in, sir. Welcome. We're inclusive. We welcome all guests of any creed and color.
Ugh,
Oh, God.
yikes.
Okay.
That was a scary guy.
Oh, he's a mailman.
Yeah, mailman.
They used to
And
shoot
during the
people.
day.
Remember that?
They shot people?
Back in the day, you go postal.
Oh, go postal. Yeah, Berkowitz. I never understood that part of the, it's funny in Seinfeld, he's like, because the mail never stops. He
Yeah.
just comes in. But I'm like, isn't that every occupation?
Ah.
Like, pretty much every job, like firefighter, it's like, there keeps being more fires.
But you
Desk
get a
work,
break.
you're like, I get more homework.
Yeah. I get it. Because as a fireman, you're off for like 2 weeks because there's no fires. Not in L.A.
Oh, you're still at work and whatever. Because a mailman, like, you'd go home. Like, most jobs continue or else there wouldn't be a job.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, the podcast never stops. Every week, I need to do another
Right.
hour, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much any job, you could rant that it never ends.
That's
I
true.
mean, many are about to end,
Yeah.
which is scary.
Oh, God. But yeah, so mail never stops, I guess. It does keep coming, though. I get the piling. And then Mother's
Piles.
Day, Christmas, Rosh Hashanah, whatever that is.
But you deliver the mail, the next day there's more mail. If you work in I can't even think of another
a
job.
warehouse.
If you work at,
Coming
Amazon,
in.
the packages come or whatever. If you work at the shoe factory, more materials came. We got to make more shoes.
Yeah, I guess so. You kind of want more mail to come.
Right.
Or else you're out.
You work in carpentry. There's more shingles.
Yeah, all right.
Nah, I'm just saying.
I get it.
Not the best point I've ever made.
All right.
I suck.
My dad was a mailman. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did it for a while. He said it was a good gig. You're out
What
in the
else did he do?
sun.
This man's fascinating.
He lived.
He's a lawyer, mailman? I never heard of that.
Well, and he went to college, met my mom. They fucked in the ass
And the vagina.
and the vagina and the mouth, probably.
Oh, Liz.
I know. So then their parents didn't like my dad, her parents. They're like, who's this fucking hippie? He had a mustache. He was smoking cigarettes. And he's like, fuck these queefs. And they got a VW bus and drove to San Fran.
No kidding. I
Yeah.
love San Francisco. I'm reading a whole book about San Francisco.
Yeah, so they lived as young hippie whippies and did acid and lived in San Francisco and fucked, and he became a mailman
Wow.
to pay the bills.
That's funny. He's like, he went to San Francisco, lived the hippie life of working a government job.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, neither
That's not
ring.
easy with the hills.
That's true.
My God, the hills.
The hills are alive with the sound of packages. So yeah, he did that. He's lived. He did a lot. You didn't do a ton of jobs.
I did a few. I did a bunch.
Security.
I did loss prevention at Sears. I was a bartender at a cop bar as
Wow,
an 18-year-old.
that's
which
a
was
great gig.
It was awesome. I mean, it was my first window into police, not corruption,
Brutality?
but like, they were like, have a shift drink. Have your shift drink, you fucking homo. And I was like, well, I'm 18. They're like, we don't give a shit. And I was like, I'm driving. And they're like, what towns you driving through? And I was like, Stoughton, Whitman, and Brockton. They're like, you're good.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
wow, okay, great.
Yeah, they're just guys. It's like a priest. The priest fucked a kid. Well, we all do.
And then there was a cop that killed himself, tragically, horrible. But then they had like the Irish wake there. I made like $300. It's the most money I've ever had in my life. It was insane. Every single cop in a fucking 30-town radius was there. I made so much goddamn money. It was awesome.
What a gig. How'd you apply to that? How'd you go up to knock, knock? You guys hire an 18-year-old?
No, my uncle was the captain of the fire department. It was a cop and firefighter bar, so he got me the gig. And then I worked at Filene's. I was a fluffer folder at Filene's.
Fluffer. Put
And-
that on the resume.
That was one of my early jokes. People say, what do you oh, what was the joke? No, I work at Filene's to support my comedy. I do comedy to support my Filene's career. That was like a whole joke,
fun,
whatever.
fun.
Fluff and fold. Anyways, I worked at Filene's. Then I worked at FYE, which was Record Town, the CD store.
The CD store.
I worked there for a while.
For
Then-
your entertainment.
Yeah, for your entertainment. That's right. And then I did, when I was a boy, I was shoveling driveways for my uncle who would plow the driveway. I would shovel the walkway. These
I
rich
see.
people in Milton, Massachusetts.
That's a good gig. That plow, or what do you call the shovel? That thing gets heavy.
It was heavy as fuck, and my back would be killing. But it was my uncle who paid me cash, so that was beautiful. My uncle got me multiple jobs. My cousin got me another job. All my jobs were hookups from family.
That's what it's all about.
And then what else? And I did some roofing work, and then I did some plumbing work with my other uncle.
Uh-huh.
I was like the, whatever you call it, the assistant asshole. I'd be
The-
like, get the wrench, give me the 5 quarters, give me the whatever.
The gopher, the apprentice.
Yes, hot on the left, cold on the right, shit flows downhill, don't bite your nails.
Okay.
Those are the rules of plumbing.
Because it had poo-poo
You
in
got
it?
poo in there.
Interesting.
And if the shit bursts, you go uphill.
Huh?
Well, you don't want to be at the bottom of a hill, because if the shit pipe bursts, it all rolls on your tits.
Good to know.
So yeah, I got a bunch of jobs. I haven't had a job since I moved here, though.
Oh, wow.
I had my electricity turned off and was very, very, very poor.
Yes.
But, I had some jobs.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, you've worked.
Probably forgetting one, too.
Yeah. Crazy to think. Like I used to work at a movie theater for 10 minutes. I think I worked there for a week. But it was an indie boutique movie theater, so nobody would come. So you would just be staring, pre-phone, you'd just be staring at
Yeah.
a wall for 8 hours.
It's crazy. I know we talk about the phones all the time, but I was just up in Massachusetts with my family for a few days. We did the Tom Dustin premiere, and which I got to talk about that.
do
That was
tell.
insane. I mean, let's finish Tempe. I feel like we got stuck. How was the party, for God's sake?
That was a
We
great
went off on a
party.
rail.
We did it up. We finally made it with the cum guzzling Uber driver, and then we partied it up, and then we had lunch with Rick Glassman the next day, and then we did 3 shows, killer, and how about this one? My opener brought a camera to film. He goes, "Can I leave this overnight?" Stolen.
Leave it over at the club?
Yeah. Now, what do you do about that? And I go, "What's going to happen with the camera?" They're like, "We'll check the CCTV, but we think it's the maintenance guy." I'm like, "Okay, now what?" And he's like, we'll let you know." And I'm like, "All right, good luck." And I told the opener, I was like, "Stay on him, because this shit will fizzle out in a week, and you'll never see that camera again."
They didn't lock it in the green room or anything like that?
Cleaning crew was the only one there, so it had to be them.
Wow, that sucks fucking ass.
I know, and he's the opener, so he'd be like, "Any word on that camera?" They're like, "Nah, we'll figure it out," and then they would close the door.
Man, I'm appalled. I mean, I guess the lesson is bring your camera with you and leaving it in a place overnight, but I would think it would be safe at a comedy club.
I would think so too.
I don't know. Chuck, you're the cameraman. What do you think? You're making faces over there. Would you leave your camera at the club?
I usually have like a metal like wire and I lock it to something if I leave it.
Wow.
Like all my cases have like a little loop that I can do that with and keep it closed.
Like a bike.
Yeah, like a bike.
Poor
Interesting.
guy.
Yeah, he's a broke young comic.
Well, you could make it right.
Yeah, well, the club should help him out. I mean, they're the ones who are responsible.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. But the shows were killer, I imagine.
Killer Show. It's a great room. I think the biggest club in the country.
Which club is this now?
Stand Up Live.
Oh, yeah. There's so many fucking clubs in that city.
I
There's
know.
Stand Up Live. We did that one together, right?
No, we did Tempe Improv.
Oh, okay. When did I do Stand Up Live? Oh, Stand Up Live I did with Sal.
Oh, there you go.
It's like the green room's behind the stage.
Yes,
It's a big
yes.
room. Yeah. Okay.
Big
I did
room.
it. I know I did it once. But I'm doing the Tempe Improv in March, I think. So if you're listening and you're out there, get your tickets. And I think I said this last time. Buy them early if you don't mind. I had a fucking heart attack last time.
Oh, that's right.
I had fucking 6 tickets sold 2 days out.
Well, luckily the Suns stink. So we had a Suns game on Saturday. People came to us.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck the Suns, fuck the moon, and fuck the stars. But
We're
after
about to
that,
have sons.
oh, that's right. Hopefully too.
Folks, Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by BetterHelp. I absolutely love BetterHelp. You know that I swear by therapy. All I ever talk about is how much I love therapy. Alan, you're the man. You got to get into therapy, guys. If you're not in therapy, you're doing life wrong, okay? You have goals for 2025 but need a little help reaching them? BetterHelp is your answer. They're online therapy that's both affordable and convenient. You'll get access to a network of over 30,000 therapists. That's a lot of therapists who have a huge range of specialties. These guys are great. I got a couple friends into this. They're all over it. My niece, my nephew, everybody I know is rocking BetterHelp. Therapy's hard right now. Therapists are all booked. They're booked, Jerry, and they're expensive. They're a pain in the butt to figure out. But not with BetterHelp. What a great idea. Whoever came up with this is a damn genius. You can even switch therapists for free with just the click of a button. Make 2025 the year you get into therapy and change your life for the better. Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Tuesdays today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tuesdays. Hey folks, this episode of Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Huel. Are you looking for a perfectly balanced meal without all the counting and measuring? Huel has you covered. Huel is designed by experts to give you all the nutrition your body needs from a meal in one convenient drink that tastes like a milkshake. With these high-protein meals coming in at less than $5, it's a budget-friendly way to stick to your goals. You know me, I struggle with sticking to goals and having a diet. All I eat is Chipotle. I do 3 push-ups, have a burrito, and go to bed. But now I got Huel. Huel is awesome. They sent us some of this stuff. I'm addicted to the stuff. You got to get some. It's like a $5 smoothie here in New York City. I don't know where you guys are. It's like $12-14. It's awful. Huel tastes delicious and has all the nutrients you're looking for. You can't beat this deal. It's got 35 grams of protein plus 27 vitamins and minerals. That's a lot. Use Fuel to fuel you up for whatever you're into. Right now, you can take the leap and join the community of Hooligans with this exclusive offer for new customers of 15% off plus a free gift with the code Tuesdays at Huel.com. That's 15% off plus a free gift for new customers with code Tuesdays at Huel.com. Start your year off strong. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters.
So we leave. We finish up Phoenix. Great time. Fly out to Austin.
Oh, shit.
So Ari's got his big gay special. Have you seen it?
No.
He's got all these plants on the stage because he's got to be different. Try to guess what he spent on the plants. Pull up the photo, like a Google image of this of the stage.
I hope he had some audience plants because his act stinks. I don't know. I mean, plants, $20,000.
All right, show him a photo when you can. Yeah, $85K on shrubs,
On
greenery,
plants?
foliage, botany.
Boy, he's really trying to undo the Jewish stereotype, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
That's what they try to do, I think. A lot of these Jews. I used to hang out with Dan Hershon, my friend, my boy, one of the loves of my life. And we
Great
go to a
guy.
restaurant, he'd tip like 30% because he's like, well,
Right.
I don't want to be like, I don't want people to think I'm an asshole.
I know it.
And it's like when you go to a bar and your friend's the bartender, you end up losing money
Yes.
because you had tipped $7,000.
Look at that. I mean, look at the
Those are real?
those are all real. That's like an elephant ear, roses, hibiscus.
Oh, what a jackass.
I mean, to the ceiling.
Well, he's one of these guys. Ari's a fucking nice brown outfit, you fucking piece of shit. Ari's one of these guys, you're like having a conversation with him, and he'll stop and literally start smelling flowers.
Oh, he does do
He
that.
does it. I'm
He
like,
does
this is
do
so
that.
gay. And then he's like a guy who stops and smells flowers, and he's like, I'm paying have everybody equal money. And then he's like, I hung out with Tucker Carlson. He rules. He's great. I'm like, you're the Tucker Carlson guy, but also the smell flowers and pay everyone.
Right.
Socialist guy? Get it
Right.
together.
What is it? Well,
But,
then he lives in China for 9 years.
No, I love I gotta check it out because I thought Jew is like one of the best specials ever. I would like watch that, like thinking like, I'll watch my buddy's special. I was like
Yeah.
blown away.
I was too, because you see him bombing all day long in New York. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, he's eating it. The crowd hates him. People are walking out. They're drawing swastikas on the wall. But then I watched, we had a premiere at the Creek. So I said, I'll go support. I went to the Creek. They showed on the big screen.
Oh, fun.
Killing in the room and in the video. And it was really good material.
Wow. No, Ari's, I mean, I've said it before on the podcast. I mean, he's underrated as a comedian. He is great because people, I don't know, I think because he's a rabble rouser and he offends
Right.
people and he's upset the Kobe, whatever. People talk like Ari's not one of the great comics, and he is.
Great comic. And he's always working out. And he'll do like, he does a thing called New Stuff November or whatever. He'll just do only unworked out material
He's
for
always
like
gotta
a
have a
full
thing.
month. Yeah,
Oh, I'm doing no phone Wednesday. Can I borrow your phone?
I'm doing no hair Thursday. Then he's doing no career Monday. But yeah, he's always up to something. But I'm always impressed with his work ethic and how ballsy he is. Just
Right.
like I'm gonna do nothing that works and just figure it all out for a month.
Right. No, I'm excited to watch. Well, I'm not excited to watch, but I'm going to watch.
It's good. It's really good. I watched it.
I hate watching comedy. Well, this is the thing, too. Again, with having a baby, you have such limited time of what you can watch. So it's so hard to be like, I guess I'll sit down and watch my buddy.
That's yeah.
But you're like, I could be watching
everything-
Goodfellas. I could be watching a ball
Yes.
game, a hockey game, a porn.
Right. You got to watch this fucking heeb.
Yeah, but I will. I'm sure I can tell you now it's great without even seeing it. And that's too much money, $85,000. My whole
$85K.
special costs about half that.
I know, right?
That's insane.
So check it out, America's Sweetheart on the Netflix.
Can't wait.
But yeah, so he was like, I got my special coming out that he's moving to a concentration camp or whatever he does, where he goes off the grid for 9 years.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going off to Auschwitz, and he's like, so we got to do a Protect Our Parks. I got to do 900 podcasts. I got to edit. I got to post. I got to tweet. So he set up a whole parks, and we flew to Austin.
Beautiful. I'm about to do his pod with Nate, by the way. Me, Nate, and Louis Katz are going to do one with Louis. Nate and I went to Istanbul years ago. Years and years ago.
Travel pod.
That's right. So we're going to do Ari's travel pod. Me, Louis Katz, Nate Bargatze, Ari Shafir.
That's
going to be
crazy.
fun.
Do you see that photo of Nate, Theo, and Dave Smith hanging out doing a pod? I'm like, that is
No.
a wacky worlds colliding.
No, I haven't seen it. I feel like they all align.
I guess
Politically.
so. Yeah, we got a Jew, red state, Catholic, and a guy with a mullet.
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I haven't heard it, but that sounds like a nice listen.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. There's a lot of accents in that too. You got a New York Jew, you got a twangy Louisianan, and then you got Nate.
I mean, I'll check it out. I'm on it.
Yeah. All right. So we go to Austin. So I do the whole, hey, Adam Egget, you fat queef.
Man, do I love Adam Egan.
Love Egget. I go, hey, we're coming in, lock, stock, and two smoking assholes. How do you feel about a 5 p.m. at the mothership on Sunday? And he goes, already sold out.
Wow.
So I
So
come
is it
in.
the four of you guys or it's just you?
Just me.
Oh,
Just do a
nice.
headlining set. Because these parks, they take your whole world, Then you have to, we're doing Protect Our Parks on Monday. We did a 5-hour show. You get blackout, and then you got to do Kill Tony that night
Right.
in a blackout.
Right.
So it's a long day, and then the whole next day is ruined. You want to kill yourself. So you got to get that 5 p.m. in when you can.
And now you got a kid 2 days away at this point.
Yes! So last hurrah.
Woo!
So we did it up, and it's
Good ep?
great ep. We didn't drink as much, so we tried to keep it somewhat on the rails, and Shane had a running gag going the whole time, and boy, he is rich and famous. You see him, and you're like, oh, wow, yeah, this is crazy.
I haven't seen him in a long time. Since the Netflix festival, I think. Or maybe after that. I can't remember.
He's the same old G, but just when you walk around with him, it's like a beetle.
Oh, I bet. I assume he's going to the national championship. Notre Dame is in there.
Oh, he'll be there.
He'll be on the field.
He'll be there. He's already talked about So we go to the mothership to do Kill Tony. We get in the green room. It's Joe Burrow.
What?
Yeah, he's hot. He is a
Oh,
handsome,
my God.
blonde, Aryan cum stain. I
That's
wanted to eat him out.
insane.
Yeah. Good-looking dude, quiet, kind of head on a swivel.
Well, people are intimidated by comedians.
I guess so.
They're like, this is crazy. I'm in this way. It'd be like if you were in the locker room at the fucking Bengals game, you'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, God.
So he was hanging out by the bathroom of the mothership, and I go, you want to come in the green room? And he goes, I'd love to. He was super uncomfortable, and I was like, all right. And I walked in, and I turned around. He's not in there. And I went back out. He goes, I feel weird about it.
Wow.
I was like, you're crazy. You're like one of us.
No, I've had this. I've seen this. I've been around some people. They're always like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because they think they're going to walk in and be like, suck my dick, you fucking piece of shit.
Pie
Like,
in the face.
what do you got in your shirt? Whoop.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Handshake, buzzer.
Exactly. Chattering teeth.
Yeah, I gave him a couple dick taps, but
That's nice.
he didn't care for it. But he had a couple other big, giant men with him, so I assume they're the O-line or whatever the hell that is.
Right.
And they were all hanging out. But by the way, I've said it before, I'll say it again. When I did the Burt Kreischer Arena in Vegas years ago for the Super Bowl, not Vegas, Phoenix maybe. Where was that?
That was in L.A., wasn't it?
No, the Rihanna one.
No, the Rams were in it. That's why I think I thought that.
Philly was in it. No, it was the Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs and the Eagles? Was it that one?
Yes.
The Chiefs-Eagles. That was one that ended with the penalty.
Yes.
That shitty penalty. Weird thing.
I think it was Phoenix.
I have no idea. I never know the location of Super
Okay.
Bowls.
Well, either way, we hung out with a couple players after the game, and Bert's got all these young lady assistants. The way women are around giant athlete men, it's fucking fat. It's like dudes at a strip club. They're like, oh my God, he's so fucking hot. My vagina's quivering. I could barely stand up. Put a towel down. Oh, I can't even control. And they're like touching them like this and the arm
Wow.
squeeze. And it's so cool to watch women get horny. And the whole time you're like, oh, women like men. They just never like me.
Yeah, exactly. We just suck.
We just suck.
We're just dorks.
Twinks and weak and not rich. And they're like 6'5".
I don't know about that last part there.
Well, back then.
I see. Well, but that's the thing too. Is like you just these women. They act like I like you the way you are, and I don't need all this.
right,
But I'm
yes,
like, wait.
yes.
So if I just gained 100 pounds of muscle and had shoulder and traps and six packs, you'd be bummed.
I
Stop
know,
pretending
I know.
you're into Chuck.
I know.
You settle for Chuck. You
Right.
want fucking Sidney Crosby or whatever.
Who?
I don't know. He's a hockey player. He's, Christian McCaffrey or Joe Montana.
Right.
This kid's just watching the show, by the way.
Oh, jeez. People see a microphone and they get really excited.
Well, I think it's the lights, too. We are lit. Most people don't
yeah.
stand in front of a stage light.
Oh, God. We got to get drapes.
Oh, you need drapes, baby.
Oh, God. It's so embarrassing.
Drape drink. I mean, you live here. I mean, there's literally, for those at home, there are toddlers with helmets, no bikes or scooters,
Yeah.
just helmeted toddlers, probably afraid of getting shanked. They're just sitting outside watching the show, literally. They can probably hear us, actually. I just
Yeah.
realized we're yelling.
Shank tank. Well, we're on the bottom, the ground floor. We got to maybe bring this up a flight.
I wish we were on the ground floor. It's a joke. We're on the ground floor of like an invention, you know?
Oh, I
something-
see. I see.
I don't know. It didn't really make sense.
All
I'm a
right.
little tired.
Well, yeah. So the ladies around these football players is bananas. Oh, this guy's coming in my house now. Chuck, you got to go talk to this guy. Oh, this is my friend. I know who this is.
That's your friend?
Yeah, he's a
blowing a
realtor.
kiss.
He found the house.
Oh, he's blowing
Chuck,
a kiss.
go talk to this guy. Okay. Go let him in and tell him we're busy.
Okay.
He's one of these guys who's
man.
going to want to hang out for like a half hour.
Oh,
so
okay.
this is kind of nice that
Yeah.
he can't. do
he's
that.
literally blowing a kiss. He's wearing a helmet also.
He's riding around with his kids, so they live in the area. He found the house for us.
Oh,
we looked
wow.
around for a year, and he found this place.
Oh, my God.
Didn't tell us about the neighborhood.
I'm mad at him, yeah. He must have come from that side. He went that way.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's true. It's yin and yang.
Is he European? Why is he blowing
Oh,
kisses?
he's
putting
a
his ass-
goofball.
Oh.
Sorry, I got a pod to
He
do.
Just blew another kiss.
Oh, I brought a gift.
Oh,
I'll
that's
send him a
nice.
text.
That's beautiful.
All
I
right.
should start opening it. Thank
No,
you.
no, let him leave. Sorry, I'm busy. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. This guy would hang out here for 1 hour. You
You-
can't get him to leave.
You need drapes. I mean, he's pointing up to the sky. He's telling them the whole lesson. They're still here. It's
Oh.
uncomfortable. Open it up. Come on.
Wow, who knows what it's probably a onesie. I get a lot of onesies.
Could be nice. Well, it feels onesie-ish because it's very light. He's watching.
He said, "I'll explain later."
Explain later. Okay, looks like a mat of some kind, a play.
That's a play mat.
Looks like a play mat, but I think something goes in there.
This is where you
Gonna be a
fist.
tent. Oh, maybe you put it on his head like a poncho.
Oh.
Or maybe you wear it.
Maybe I wear it. Oh, the kid wears it. The arms go out the.
Oh, it's literally for his ass. It's yeah. I think you take a shit through that. Are you smelling it?
It
Oh,
smells
that's
like
fun.
shit. Ah,
That's
fuck.
fun. That's good.
All right.
That's a good gift. Sure, I don't know. It's a kite, maybe?
Little Carré from France.
Oh, wow. Francois.
Maybe you put his ass through there.
So he's European. That's why he's blowing kisses?
His wife is French, and he wants to be.
He's American, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, no
I think
kidding.
he's from like Philly.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that's
thank
sort of like
you,
Europe. Yeah, that's
Justin.
very nice. Just in time.
Give him a head bob. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, he's saluting now.
All right.
A lot of hand signals.
Well, that's all we have. He's a very vocal guy, so I think this is killing him that he can't talk. I'm sure he wants to come on the mic.
Still there, still staring.
All right. Well, he's a fan of yours.
No.
That's true. But he likes Chuck.
That's insane.
All right.
Nobody likes Chuck.
Oh,
Oh, he's still watching. Is that
Really?
just being piped out there? Doesn't it feel like a radio show when you go like sports
does.
radio? It's like at them all.
it does. It feels like we're at ESPN in Midtown.
Yeah, this is not a show you want to pipe out in this neighborhood particularly.
No, with the kids, too.
I mean, my
Yikes.
neighborhood, you can pump it out and everyone will be thumbs upping.
That's
but here,
true.
we'll get, a
You know
brick
what's,
thrown through.
what's sad? I went to a diner last week, the Pearl Diner.
Which one's that? Where's that?
It's right on Wall Street, and thank you.
George is saying cut.
It's on Wall Street, and I know. I feel horrible. He gave me a gift, and I can't thank him, but what are you going to do? We're recording.
Well, he did pop in.
He popped.
He could have, maybe he's been texting you don't realize or
Yes.
something like that. Oh,
I'm blowing up.
Jesus.
But,
Doesn't he know May? He must know May.
yeah, I think she's hiding.
Ah.
He's a lot. But hopefully he doesn't hear this. But sweet guy. But we go to Pearl Diner, which is on Wall Street in Pearl, and I go, hey, it's empty in there. It's like noon. I go, what's going on? It's noon. I thought there'd be a rush. She goes, neighborhood's changing, old Mexican lady. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, all the finance bros are remote. And then we used to have a lot of like families come by who lived in the area. The homeless are here now, so they don't want to come by.
Wow.
So it's kind of sad.
That's happening everywhere. Well, I also think Battery Park City, my neighborhood, shout out, there's Goldman Sachs is there, American Express. And some, I think a lot of people work there now because it's updated buildings. It's a newer neighborhood, so it's like Central AC, Glass. So all those buildings were the financial district, that is the financial district, those are kind of all old, crusty, whatever
Right.
buildings. Some of them became apartments now.
That's true.
They used to be businesses like post 9/11. So now if you have a $1 billion corporation, you want to be in the financial district, you're like, why don't we go over to the west side
Right.
into a building that was built fucking 6 months ago?
And now they're saying China and Russia bought up half the shit because they want to, own America.
Beat us or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you live in an unbelievable house. I mean, this
Thank
place
you.
is just gorgeous. I'm enamored.
I appreciate that.
Look at this, the bricks and the thing. I mean, you need some drapes for sure.
We
but
need
this
some
is
drapes.
just unbelievable.
Thanks. Yeah,
And we're in the
worked-
basement.
I know.
Or
We
whatever
worked
this
really hard
is.
on it. There's a cellar below us that I put a bunch of weights in.
Whites?
Weights.
Oh, weights.
I wouldn't
Oh.
keep weights.
I
I'd let
thought you
them
said weights.
flourish. We need them out here. But, you hate to see that.
Oh, no. Dad
Oh,
call.
He probably thinks the baby's coming.
A couple days. So when do they come?
They're coming in a little later because her parents are coming first for a while. And then my mom's like, I don't want to be there when they're there. So
No.
we'll come after.
That's good, though. Because that's what I was saying the other day too. Like people forget after, like the first week, everyone's like, "Oh my god," and then people forget. They go home, and you're like, "Well, now I'm fucked. Now I need some help."
Right.
So that's good.
It's the first time you're happy to see your parents. You're like, yeah, please come up. Otherwise, you're like, hang back.
I'm still so on it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, but anyway, so the shows were killer.
Shows were killer. Oh wait, this comes out in a while because Tony's always like, don't leak it that you guys are the guests. We like to surprise everybody.
Oh yeah,
It's going to come out the Monday after next.
that's the same night. That's the night Kill Tony will come out. 2
Oh,
weeks.
well, that would be kind of fun if it came out
Yeah,
the night
that's
this
cool.
came out.
That's great.
All right. Just keep a tab on that because I don't want to fuck him.
Yeah.
In
Also,
the
I feel
ass.
like everybody knows when you guys go, you do Kill Tony pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Does Joe do it too with you guys?
Nah, he's too gay and popular.
Right.
Also, it's a lot of people.
That's a lot of gum.
Yeah.
Was the Kill Tony awesome?
Killer. It was a great one. I mean, again, if I wasn't shithoused, it might be a little better. I had the drunk block where you see a guy. I'm right next to a guy. I'm 2 feet away from a young open mic retard, and I'm like, what does he look like?
Right.
What's his name? Jeff, Meth, Clef, Jeff Chin. Is that something?
Right.
You're sitting there, and I'm like, I'm so drunk.
Right. I mean, I have that not drunk also on that show because everyone you're trying to listen to the act.
Yeah.
But also come up with funny things to say. And
Yes.
then Tony goes for a little bit.
Yep.
And so then like he makes the joke you were gonna make.
Yes.
So you're like, damn, or this person makes that joke, or the guy himself makes the joke.
right.
I'm like, this guy looks like a bag of shit on a Wednesday, and he's like, I'm like a bag of shit on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, okay, well, I guess he has that. And then by the time that person talks, this person comes to you, and you're like, I forget what I was going to say,
I
or the
know.
moments pass.
Yes.
And you have to be like this. Remember when he said that?
Yes.
How about
exactly.
this? And people are like, that was like a minute and a half ago.
Right. Or you come up with like, this guy looks exactly like the principal in Ferris Bueller. It's dead on. But they don't get that.
Yeah, they're like, who?
They're like, what? So you almost need your video guy to throw the guy up there
Right.
just to get the joke.
I've had a few moments like that, and sometimes you just don't have anything. And then other times, I had one on the last Kill Tony that I was like, this is so good, but it was too mean. I was like, this is uncalled for mean.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the joke off air. I don't want to, because if I say it now, they'll still know and they'll get back to
Right.
her. But it was a funny line, and I kept
her.
weighing
That's
it.
always worse.
And I was like, this would kill. And probably everyone would be like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
funny. But then you're like, but now I'm just shitting on a woman's body who's just
Yeah.
a nice person.
I know, but then she also signed up and she knows what this is.
Right. But
it's still-
it's you try to keep some principle. Because that's the thing that's weird about the show, too, is that like normally like an open mic comic, and some of them are just professional comics. By the way, did we talk about my episode? The guy that gave you the Green Hulks was on.
No way.
Yeah, he was like, I know Joe List, weirdly. And I was like, oh my God. And he's like, you called me a piece of shit on your podcast. And I was like, I don't even know who you are. And he's like, I gave Mark some street drugs that fucked him up. And I was like, oh yeah, you're a piece of shit. But he was very nice after, and he was like, I was just kidding. And he seems like a nice guy. And
He's a
fun
nice
comic.
guy. Nice guy.
Yeah, so
Handsome too.
Oh, absolutely. So all's well that ends well. But
Is that out yet?
yeah, that came out a couple
okay.
weeks ago, I think. Or a month ago now, I guess. But that's the thing is like, normally if you just met an open mic, you would never be like, hey, your fucking knees are retarded.
course,
You
of
fucking
course.
homo. Like they're like trying their best.
I know.
And so it's a weird thing to just be like, I guess I'll just trash this guy who's nervous.
Yeah, but that's
The
show.
game. I know it's very different.
It's a fine anal. You got to really needle the thread or whatever.
Well, it's that thing of like you roast the ones you love. I'm like, I don't even know this person.
I know.
And then they're gonna like blow up and be like, you called me a fucking homo in 1988 on Kill Tony, and you're like, I'm sorry, can I open for you?
Well, if you're doing Kill Tony, you're not blowing up.
Good point.
But it is, and there's definitely men-women stuff. As much as we like to say men and women are the same, Leah Thomas, trans athlete, whatever it is. We had a fat guy up there, and Tony, of course, goes, how much do you weigh? The guy goes, I don't know, 280. And Tony's like, get the fuck out of here. He pushes a button. Some hot broad brings a scale out. They've already prepared for this. They got buttons for fat people, and they push the fat button. It went. She brings the scale out, and the guy stands on it. We all guess the weight. And then we had a lady come out who is of similar stature. And I go, we should wait. It's a little different with a lady.
Right.
And that's just how it goes. So, like, we do have differences with the men and the women. Like, the crowd will tell you that ain't cool.
Right. Yeah, you feel weird with the women. But if you kept hoping, like, maybe she'll say something mean, maybe she'll zing me, I'll have this ready.
That would be
And
great.
it's just like just a sweet, nice person who's like, I got jokes and they're funny and I'm a nice person. It feels
Yeah.
weird to be like this, you fat cunt.
Exactly.
And everyone's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And
I
you feel like, sorry.
Also, you have that thing where I'm staring at this guy and I want to go, man, you got a lot of balls. Like, you're sitting here with 3 headliner guys who are shit-faced. Tony, he'll cut you to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
There's a live crowd here who wants blood. You're coming out here and doing your dumb minute and just taking it. There's part of me that's like, good for you, young buck. You got some guts to do this because you know we're going to roast you. You know you're going to eat it. But you still came out here.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
feels horrible to just be like, and here's how much I hate you.
Right.
And sometimes too, they'll come out and be like, "I'm nervous to meet you. I'm such a big fan. I think you're the
Yes.
greatest." And I'm like, "Well, I think you're a fucking ugly piece of shit." Ah! So I'm grateful for the show, but I'm like, man, I wish whatever. One time I did it, and I was like, "That's might be the worst set of comedy I've ever seen." The guy's like, "The worst set? Come on!" And I was like, I don't know, not really.
And your job is trying to be funny, but
Sorry.
still bad.
Yeah, you are bad, but maybe not the worst.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
But it's a fun show. I mean, what a show he's created. These guys really, I mean, like I talked about before, him and Adam Ray are just like making TV shows.
Completely.
We're down here being like, I'd eat my dad's cum, would you?
I know, with a bystander,
Right.
a sidewalk audience. But yeah, the show's huge. People have like fantasy football, but for Kill Tony. You know,
Oh,
'cause they
really?
got regulars. They have spreadsheets going of like who's been on the most, what guest has the most views, who kills the hardest. Oh, he repeated a joke 4 times. They can clink back to the old one. It's pretty incredible.
I think Lewis is the most frequented panel guest.
Gomez?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
No.
That's what Tony said.
Wow. Well, they got to step it up.
Um,
I mean, I've done it twice with him, so yeah, maybe.
I did it once with him.
There you go.
Well, that's fun. I can't wait to see all of it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And the Ari special, and checking it all out. We got a lot of Austin stuff. Let me just rip through this real
please.
quick.
Sorry, I hogged.
No, that's all right. All good. We're having fun. We had a visitor. So I was back up in Boston for the Boston premiere of the Tom Dustin Portrait of a Comedian. And I'm telling you, this thing is a runaway smash hit.
Everybody loves this movie.
People go crazy for it. John Krasinski, I got to give a shout out. You know John.
Oh, he's cute.
He is a great guy and fucking hilarious, by the way.
Very funny, and the ladies love him.
A sweet man, and yeah, handsome. He's one of those guys I didn't realize how handsome he was until my wife was telling me. She's like, "Oh yeah, he's a smoke show." And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, relax.
I know.
But
He's hot. She was telling me about it, too.
we watched we did the VU. He's killing me. He's fucking so funny. I was like rolling on the floor laughing. And then he's like, "Oh man, I know Tom Dustin. I met him. I did Key West." And I said, "Well, I'd love to send you the film because I'm going to want people to talk about how great it is when it comes out." And he said, "Send it to me." He wrote me an email. I'll send it to you. You'll cry.
I can't wait.
It's this long. It's the most beautiful and articulate thing I've ever heard.
Wow.
He summed the movie up better than anybody else. And you're reading it being like, we did do that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, I can't even like pretend to repeat it because he's so smart and thoughtful.
I'd love to read this puppy.
I'll send it right over, but it made me think like, boy, we really got something here.
Yeah, you do. I mean, Doug Key was on the floor.
Oh, Doug was very sweet and kind, great body. And so we did
yeah.
the thing in Somerville, Massachusetts, which used to be referred to as Slummerville, but now it's nice. It's like on the up and so come up, whatever the fuck you say.
Sure.
We do it there, Crystal Ballroom in Somerville. And this one, Tom is petrified because now we've screened the movie 3 times, but now his parents are coming.
Oh, boy.
Both his sisters are there. Their husbands are there. His niece is there, who was a baby last time I saw her. Now she's 35 years old or some shit.
Gross.
Our friend from high school, I haven't seen in 20 years. My entire family came to see it again because they watched it in Key West. And so and then every Boston comic is there. Tony V's hosting the Q&A.
Wow.
He's a legend. And then all the comics I came up with are there. And comics that came after and just I've known for years. It was just an unbelievable thing. Mike Whitman, Jim Whitman, Alvin David, Dan Bulger, Tom Dustin, Dave Thompson. This whole cast of characters. And so you're like, this is very exciting.
Yeah.
The movie kills.
Wow.
Kills. The best screen we've had. 300 people.
Wow.
And fucking everyone's howling, laughing, crying. His dad was like guffaw. Remember the scene where they talk about how his dad got beat with a crowbar?
Yes.
Everyone's silent and crying. It's like this beautiful moment, and his dad's like, he's like Max Cady. He's like, I was beaten with a crowbar. His mother was crying. She gave me a long hug after tearful hug. It was just beautiful, and you really sit and you're like, I met that guy 25 years ago. I've known this guy for 23 years ago. We used to all be at the Everett House of Comedy together.
Yes.
We all did open mics together. We all came back. We all have gray hair and white beards and fucking bald and no boners.
Wow.
It was beautiful. Tom was touched. He was great. The Q&A killed. Tony V was so nice and all these beautiful messages. So we're getting a run in the theaters.
Hell yeah.
Email the theater near you. Email me if you want to see it. It's going to stream after that, but we're going to try to do well in the theaters.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I think if people can get their paws on this thing, it'll pop.
I think it'll pop
You
because
just got to get people to see it, because that's the hard part. There's so much content out there. It's hard to get that in front of them.
well, I think what helps is everybody that sees it goes, this movie is so touching. It's so
Yes.
beautiful. It made me think about my life and my friendships. It's one of those films that gets to your bones, I
It
think.
does. It hits the heart jizz right here. It pulls on it.
Hearts and Bones, great Paul Simon song. And real quick, that was awesome. So shout out to everyone that came out, all the Tuesdays, all the family, all the friends. And then I took my nephew for Christmas to the Providence College basketball game. They played Butler University. Last year we went to the game. It was great. But this year they both kind of were mediocre, so it was kind of nice. And it was when school was out of session, which is a nice time to go to a basketball game, strangely, because it was kind of quiet.
Yeah.
So we had a little space. We're there watching the game. We're catching up. He's opening up. I'm opening up. Our assholes are open. Our tears are crying. Watching the game, and then they go, here comes the T-shirt cannon.
Oh, here we
and
go.
they got the Gatling gun.
Yes.
You ever see that thing?
Yeah,
It's
the
like-
revolver.
Yeah, it's something else. And I go, I'm getting a T-shirt, which I've said every time. I've never gotten a T-shirt. Although one time with the New York Islanders I did. I gave it to a kid because I don't give a fuck about the Islanders, and he's a kid. So he comes out with the Gatling gun. It goes over our heads, below, down there. We go, fuck. Gatling gun turns around, goes that way. We're watching it over there. Now they're shooting over there. I'm like, fuck, I wanted to get a T-shirt. My father's gay. All of a sudden, like E.T. riding the bike across the moon, here comes the fucking T-shirt, lock, stock, and barrel.
Baby.
Right here. We both catch it. We're doing the thing where and we realize it's us. I
Yeah.
go, oh my God. We caught the T-shirt. A butterfly landed on his head. I came my
Wow.
pants. He's
Wow.
retarded. I'm gay.
Yes.
Got the T-shirt.
Angel got its wings.
And that was exciting. I never caught the T-shirt. We got the T-shirt.
That's huge.
Then, not 5 minutes later, they come on the big screen. It's a little screen. It's Providence. They go, folks, the lucky section of the night, section 107. It's our section. I go, we're the lucky section. This is crazy.
What the hell?
Guy in front, he's like, you guys are having quite a night. They come over, they hand out cards for Raising Cane's. You know this
Oh,
place?
sure. The chicken joint.
Well, it's a free buy one, get one, free chicken. And it's participating Rhode Island. It's like in Rhode Island. We drove an hour.
Oh, God.
So we can't get the food, but we're excited because we won the shirt. The shirt's a piece of shit, by the way. It's a double XL. It just has a bank logo, whatever the Americo or whatever the fuck.
That'll fit, Chuck.
It stinks and tightly. So we get the free shirt, the free food. Now at Providence College, they do a gag, and this is fun. If the opposing team in the second half misses back-to-back free throws, you get a free Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Jeez, what is this? A chicken shack? What's going on? Is this a coop?
So you're
Coupon.
sitting there, and the game is, we'll wrap it up. All right, Chuck's giving us the hand signal. But the game is fun, but it's, both teams are kind of middle of the road. It's kind of whatever game. The student section's not there, so it's not rocking. But we're having a
Yeah.
great time.
Because he's my butler.
The guy goes, university. So the guy shoots the first free throw, and he's a big center. He looks like he stinks. We're like, we're getting the free chicken sandwich. Here we go.
He might eat it.
This is it. So the first free throw, he needs to miss the first one to have a chance. So he misses it, bricks it, and the whole crowd comes to life. The whole game, everyone's been like, oh, great, we scored. Okay, and I hope we win. Now this poor 18-year-old boy has missed a free throw. I mean, the crowd lights up because everyone wants a free
We
Chick-fil-A.
want the chicken. Ironically, he didn't make a bucket.
So now, count it. So now there's 7,000 people going, you fuck you piece of shit. We want our free chicken. And I'm going, buck, 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 buck,
Yeah, hell yeah.
The decibel level is off the charts. It's like greater than a Def Leppard concert.
Dark meat, light meat.
One-arm drummer. He shoots the free throw. It swishes. We don't get the free chicken. And I was pissed. I was like, fuck you. And everyone was high. Oh, that would have been great. We could have got all the free chicken. So it ended up being a fun, sweet night. And Providence won by 20 points. So it was a great night. And we all the way home.
Hell yeah.
Good Christmas gift for the old nephew. My niece, I got a gift card. Who gives a shit?
Why didn't you get the canes for the ride home?
Well, the problem is the game started at 8:30, which I don't understand why.
A little late.
So it didn't end till like 11 o'clock. And then Rhode Island, around Providence, is a little fucking shady
dicey.
at night. Yeah, this is, you know.
Well, it used to be Mob Run, and I think they flew the coop.
Exactly, chicken coop. So I was like,
Coupe de Ville.
and then I think Raising Cane's is probably closed. You got to do it in the next 2 days. We ate at the game, so you're just like, let's get out of here.
All right. But hey, fun night. You got a giant T-shirt.
Giant T-shirt.
coupon.
It was a lot of fun. So great job, Providence Friars. We love you.
Is it the Friars?
The Friars? Yeah, they're like priests.
Oh, is that why they have chicken?
Chicken fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Friar Tuck.
But who is Friar Tuck? What is a friar? I don't really get
Who's
it.
the first tranny?
They wear a hood. What do they do?
Yeah, hood, clan, burning crosses. I don't know. Maybe they're a monk or a priest.
I think it's priesty.
It's like a chaplain. What the fuck's a chaplain?
My uncle's a chaplain.
What?
I think they go in the Air Force. I think they just go, hey, you got to be
Air
fine.
Force. Charlie Chaplin.
He's an Air Force chaplain.
Huh.
Yeah, all retired now.
And then there's Cardinal.
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Cardinal Spellman. Cardinal Cushing.
Ah.
I don't know what cardinal. That's a guy. It's a religious guy
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yeah, there's a couple of those. Pastor. What's the difference? A priest and a pastor.
And then there's a reverend
And there's a reverend.
and a minister.
And we're a reverend.
Minister of Defense Ministry. All right, we got to wrap it
All
up.
right,
For
where
God's
you gonna
sakes, you
be
have to have a
there,
kid. I don't know when this comes out. What's this come out? May the 3rd?
27th.
January
Oh,
27th.
Nice. 4th of July.
Okay, February 7th, I think it is, Montreal. I added a show, late show. Hopefully that is probably going to sell out too. This weekend, Houston, I will be at Secret Group, Houston, Friday and Saturday. Come out to that, one of my favorite cities. It's like a home away from home. Wednesday, I'm back at Sesh. I got a great show. Good lineup. Dan Soder.
Whoa.
Maddie Weiner.
Whoa.
Ronan Hirschberg.
Whoa.
And possibly some special guests.
Whoa.
You'll be ready to get out of the house, I'm sure. What the fuck else? Key West with one Louis C.K., February 20th to the 22nd.
Fun.
Valentine's Day night, Sarah and I are doing Comedy Dojo. I got my sister coming down to watch the baby. Back at Grove 34, February 17th. And then Tempe Improv, that's a big one. And, of course, Wilbur Theater, Boston, April 19th. April 10th through 12th, Minneapolis. And Punch Up Live. Go sign up for my email list. That's the best way to find out. Because everywhere we go, people go, when are you coming to Minneapolis? And I'm like, I was there yesterday, you fuckhead.
Right.
So sign up for that email list. I know it feels old and silly from the oh, are you from the 80s?
No.
Get the email list.
Punch up.
And we won't spam you.
I did it. I posted a bunch of dates today. A lady goes, when are you coming to Phoenix? And I was like, man, I was literally there 10 minutes ago. But
That's annoying.
all right, I got limited road dates because of the rugrat, toddler, infant, offspring spawn. So come see me at the Ryman, Asheville. I just posted new dates for the future. I'm talking summer, August, July, all that shit. But I'm going to do some gigs with Gillis. I think he's doing these arenas. And, I need to keep the bills paid.
You're
so
damn right you do.
do a couple of those. Just pop in, pop out. One night I'm doing Minneapolis and a few other ones. So say hello. Come on out. Get on the Patreon. Queef it up. Get yourself at a XXL. What do you got? C-Note.
Check out my podcast, Fun Bearable, with comedian Ray Harrington and improv guy Brad Rohr. We just put out an episode where I went to the Stay Fresh Design Summit to film at Dinosaur Barbecue in Syracuse.
Oh, I've been there.
That's their fucking capital.
It was awesome. Made a lot of friends. And also, we just told the story about Brad and I were just racially profiled.
Oh.
Both called the N-word for the second time for me.
Wait a minute.
I was called the N-word twice on the street.
It's a bad profile.
I don't. It was at night. I don't know if it's because I'm Portuguese. I don't know what's going on. But we tell the whole story, and it was really scary.
No kidding. Wow, I'm excited to hear that.
Bad stuff. Funbearablepod.com.
All right.
right.
Thanks, N-word. We'll
And,
see you guys.
Yeah, Patreon,
Oh.
do the thing. And I think we probably would have already done that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
now.
appreciate the cookies.
Yeah, we got some cookies and
Let's
a
eat.
blowjob machine. And
That sounds like a great night.
yeah, that's That's my wish list, or whatever you call it. What's that? Make a wish.
Make a wish.
All right. Time to say
guys.
goodbye.